kids, it is Sunday, and you can hear everybody cheering for the Buffalo Bills game behind me. They're all down at the end of Church Street, watching it on a giant screen, but I am back again at Art Space, and I'm actually filming here. Aren't you amazed? I actually have several breaks today in between shows I'm seeing. So I saw my first show this afternoon was the Awkward Ballerina. It is about a young woman with a physical disability, and it's sort of her story about rearranging goals and adapting to a life that wasn't necessarily set out for somebody like her, but becoming a total BAMF nonetheless. It's a really heartwarming story, and what I liked most about it was the relationships that she had with her family. So the communication that she had with her parents about her goals and dreams, things with her brother, stuff like that, I really, really enjoyed, and I thought was very touching, very moving, and important. And not necessarily that's the type of show that has a lesson. It's an autobiography show. It doesn't necessarily have to have a lesson, but what I took away from it was a sense that just because the world isn't built for you and just because your dreams might not be achievable in the way you thought doesn't mean that your life is going to lack meaning. And I think that adaptability and that reassessment of goals and dreams is something that you can relate to even if you don't have a physical disability or neurodivergence or anything like that. And I really, really enjoyed it. Also a fantastic performance. And I'm gonna head back in because we've got at least 3 more shows I'm gonna see this afternoon. And then there's a whole award ceremony, so there's a lot happening. This time I'm inside Fringe Art Space doing the video. What a change, instead of outside. It's chilly outside. I didn't want to be there. So I have seen now 2 shows, pretty much back to back, so I didn't do video in between. I saw Bloodline, and then I saw Critical Race Theory for Kindergartners. Bloodline was one-man, well, they're both one-man shows. Bloodline was a gentleman named Paris, essentially doing, he is Paris the Third. Wow, I don't know why I did it too. He's Paris the Third, and so his show was about his grandfather meeting his grandmother, his father around the time that he was born / a small child, and then like him sort of dealing with his sexuality. And it popped back and forth between the times, between like the different things. Tonally, had a lot of really interesting tonal shifts that were fascinating to watch a performer do, because he had moments where he was like literally sobbing, and then he had to clear to go into like a happy scene in one of the different times, or vice versa. And I was really impressed by that. The acting in it, incredible. The story is beautiful, and it's fun to see a true story laid out so nicely like that. I really, really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend it. It's only the 2nd time it's ever been performed for an audience, and I think he's going to take it on the road. So you should keep your eyes open wherever you are to see if Bloodline comes near you. And the 2nd show I thought was Critical Race Theory for Kindergartners. And this is performed by a gentleman named Mark from Atlanta, and he was amazing. It did feel like a kindergarten class taught by the absolute wackiest teacher ever, but it was an important and interesting discussion of critical race theory and racism and race, led by this Black gentleman. And I really liked the way that he addressed things. He's very, very funny. So there was a mixture of like humor, but everything also had like serious heart and conversation. And the way that he addressed critical race theory, the way that he addressed race issues and racism was very, very cool. Like, it was really neat for me to sit there as a privileged white person and listen to this and see the different things. And there's some stuff that like I inherently disagree with, like Confederate monuments I already think should be torn down. I don't understand why those are still up and why people like, I don't get it. Like, I'm just a person who doesn't get that. In general, monuments, I suppose, but specifically Confederate monuments. Like, monuments to what? To people who, like, we don't have a King George monument. He lost the Revolutionary War. We don't have a monument for it. Like, I don't get it. And so some stuff that I do agree with, and then some stuff that definitely is something that I need to address in my own life. And it was nice to have that addressed in a way that was designed to be, obviously it is very much a show for adults, but treated in such a way that it sort of takes you back to kindergarten. Like we had snack time, we had nap time, and we were thinking about a lot of things. He also had a fantastic Nicolas Cage monologue, and really, you want to get me invested in something, Nicolas Cage is maybe the way to do it. I unashamedly love Nicolas Cage, so it was a very, very engaging show. Another one that I would highly, highly recommend. Yes, I'm officially back home from Fringe. Winter Mini Fest is over. Had a wonderful day, saw some wonderful shows, really enjoyed the award ceremony. I'm incredibly happy with how the entire festival went, and I can't wait for what's next at Art Space. And I will see you tomorrow.